And welcome you all. I'm with Colorfin back for more Wobbledogs. Okay, this is probably one of the longest series that we have running. I was truly being honest. I feel kind of annoyed that I missed out on like the game development a lot this week. Like, ugh, it's a bit annoying. Oh well, that's just the way it is. It also reminds me I should watch more out of some like people that you seeing around are like, oh, whoops, what happened there? Oh, okay, no, I just went to itch. Okay. And like, I need to look into like someone else recently started streaming on YouTube that I watch. Have to look into that. I do. Now I'm half distracted. Right, isn't it? I'm just having a look on the art explain as well. That's distracting me because it's like all new and different. Okay, so okay. And to give you guys an explanation, like this will soon be irrelevant. It's a kind of insane to think about. This is right here. So the reason why I say that could be irrelevant, I mean, they will be probably like all of this like summarized into like this amount of code, like everything you got here for like the recipe matching up, because when I was doing the recipe book, I realized the trackers led me to basically doing the similar things that you do with the items. You know how you got items in the back here with their own like stats and everything like this, and then what they are. And we need to change that. See how this is a quarter flower, this has got its one connected. Okay, phone is like, oh my god. No, it's to tell me I'm poor. No, thank you. Oh, it's to tell me that someone took money away from me. Stealing is kind of the wrong like way of saying it. It's like, oh yeah, what the? No internet connection. What? Excuse you. No, bloody Hubert. It's okay then. I still haven't got my seeds. I want to get white strawberry seeds mainly, and some other seeds that come along, like the yellow Australian lettuce for the heat, the good old summertime. And like more bean seeds as well to chuck in my bean collection and throw them in the garden. I don't know, for some reason they did really well. I mean, the best they did was right after the time, like right after, bit after summer. When summer was cooling down in the autumn, that's when they did their best in like ways. A bit weird, isn't it? Like right down the road, it's basically 1 degree difference, and they severely did better doing, that springtime where it's like glow time, But it's a bit funny here because like it's in a hot area. Warm plants. I'm probably what I'm worried about with white strawberries is that I guess I'd be able to see this summer whether they could die in the summer or not. I mean, then hey, it'd be a fun journey either way. It's better to do that because it will be what I think about. Oh, I just realized something as well looking in here. So, spoilers, this is what the recipe stuff looks like. So, it's a lot like the items. So, it's got the code, and it's going to be a resource like it too. So, what it's meant to do is get a dictionary. Oh, hello. Where's that? I don't know. I'm too small for an army yet. But eventually an army will grow. Yeah, I feel like it's somewhat clever than this because it's like 2.0 where, I'm hitting a box. Yeah, like with the code I'm trying to do here is that you get a folder with all the recipes like you do with the items in the background. That's what you do with the items, is that you, I guess it's a bit like what's it called? I can't remember the name of the file. Yeah, you basically get our items and have their own separate needs for each one, so you have to create a different within a different. So the excuse me, mate. There we go. So the simple biscuit recipe, and then you gotta make sure you have all the variables for it as well. I was thinking about something before, now I forgot. Like, basically, eventually, the idea is to access the folder, and use these variables over here to separate them into a category. So basically, you have a list, you separate them in a category, and the thinking behind there is you also need down here, I don't know, I might use like strings, which is basically words to match up to what goes into the mixing bowl. Like when you're having a cooking recipe, you have stuff that goes in the mixing bowls, but sometimes you also have like stuff that tend to go, like flour. You can also put that in like a saucepan or something on the stove top. And then later on, I have to have something for the outcomes as well, which is basically the doughs. If you like make it simple biscuits, I feel like this is going to get complex fast. But the idea behind it is that if I set this up correctly, I don't have to like keep on doing this here, like tell it to do that. And also I don't have to tell it to, like it has a little problem where if this has one jam in it, it still works. Like, and that's gonna be a little bug that's gonna need to be solved out. But if I get this working, that will solve it out. I just thought, I spelled them out wrong, but no good if I spelled them out wrong everywhere. Then it says, oh no, I gotta hang around the Wobbledogs sooner or later. And I think you still have to keep this code where it adds it in. And I think you gotta just tell to work it out from then on. I think that code stays as well. And I think a lot of the oven stuff is code stays as well. I think that's what happens there. So I started the cooking book. I was gonna actually do a video on that. Because then the idea is that you have 2 pages, and then you have, if the recipe is long enough method, like that's the method, you have 2 pages of, you have 1 page of the recipe name and ingredients, and then you have the other page to be the method, continuation of the method. Oh yeah, and that's important for this. That reminds me of another thing I was meant to add in. Oh yeah, that's the item database, which is what I mean by like, this here is all this, the way this is all set up, like this here, and this one especially here, this basically does what I want to do for the recipes, which is when you call this function, it goes searching through that folder, find anything of like parent type. So it's looking for a specific parent type, which equals to the type. So if it equals the type of coffee or tea, so at the moment, which is either, I think 1 or 0, something like that, it goes looking for oh no, it's right here. So it goes for anything looking for type 2, which is tea, and then adds it to a separate list. So it's like, it's gonna be really cool when this is time. I feel like really smart doing this one. It's just like, this one just like goes through like something that's so super complicated. It's just like, yeah, this one I feel like this game has taught me a lot about coding. Like I've never had a game that anything that's never taught me this much about coding. That reminds me of, so let's go, for example, if I go export variable, so it has to be export variable, that's how you can change it, keep it all blank here, and then be able to change it here and anybody else as well. So all of them have to be available. And then is 2 pages. And we say that equals false. And then if it is 2 pages, then you say it's true. And then if it's like it's true, then instead of showing one like the cookies and the biscuits, it will show that one. It will show like the cookies instead. Like, if that makes sense. I feel like that's complex, but oh yeah. Remember something else I got to. I think it would be really cool once we get it going. Oh yeah, and the book opens up like that. This feels like I went from like brightness like 1 to brightness 7. Okay, am I the only person getting that feeling or not? And then there's like 3 rows down here. You know how traditionally you have recipes going like that, and they fill out the whole page. And these are icons for like, and then the icons there as well. That's the reason why I say the strings before, because you just write in like flour, sugar, and then it matches up from there. Like, there might be other different methods of doing that, but I think maybe the strings might be the best way to go. A formation of words. So you match a word up with something else. So if it's flour, we can match it up with flour. Anything that's flour. And if it's egg, it matches up egg, where I happen to be forest chicken egg. The gap there is a space I have not noticed that till then. Right? No, it must not be a space. Okay, I'm confused. So we got cookies in here, and we put them in here. That's what we got so far. This is so cool. And we got different outcomes. Actually, we have like different flavor cookies, which is the reason why that outcome away specifically down there. I'm pretty sure that one's alright. And then we be able to put it down there. For some reason, cookies. I got to the point where I can. Oh no, hang on, that doesn't work either. Okay, still maybe we have. Yeah, maybe coffee's still cursed. So for some reason we can't serve coffee, only tea. So if you like tea, there you go. There's endless supply of tea. I want to add like other drinks as well. Other drinks all seem really nice. Here we go. Oh, okay, never mind. It's just like. Oh, it still worked up. I don't know what's going on with it. I must have bugged it out. I'll try again. I'm pretty sure I had it working nicely. Or it's something to go back to. And see, down there, this is the list of like full teapots and everything like that. Then you got the coffees. This as well. For some reason, like, I'm gonna put the cookie in there. I have to wait. I've got to put a nice little cool bell icon on here. It will be really nice. Oh yeah, we also added like a mouth to it as well. I don't know if I ever showed that to anybody or not yet. Black. Then I'm gonna have somewhere where the code names are in that book as well. That's kind of important. I gotta have this milk before, you know, it turns into poison. I also got warm tea here. I like a cold milk and cold chocolate milk and warm tea, yep. Well, there we go. See, that works for pretty fine. It's just that coffee is cursed for some reason. I knew coffee's power was too great. And it looks exactly the same, so I don't know, you know, I missed something like one line of code. Probably could be simply the difference or even the order of code. See, it accepted it, but that's it. That's a problem. Like, you see how it like accepted it with the biscuit and the teapot and the Coffee was just like, nah, mate. No one accepts me. I'm too powerful. I still got the walling in this game for some reason. Because I, like, copy this from another game. Rolling and rolling. I need to fix the texture of some of these things, I think. Guns! Oh, I could complete the proper English vectors. Not English vectors, it's English, English, tea. Although the Australian afternoon tea is biscuits and tea, like, getting those proper Australian biscuits or coffee, whatever works, whatever floats your boat. It usually is one or the other. I'm gonna go for the Wilbush. Tea. It's like some culture that's pretty interesting that it's like a big culture in the bush, which is the outback for preservation. If you don't know what I mean by that. It is really interesting that, like, it's a pretty common thing to have, like, basically tea and biscuits or coffee, whatever floats your boat, coffee or tea, usually. In that continent out there, and then out, like, when you really got to more the city, coastal lands, it's just like, are you, what? It's just like, they don't understand what any of that is. They're like, are you mad or something? That's what I think about a lot of my, half of my speech. Like, talk to one other person. What happened here? Oh, I must change something here. Can't put the dough in here. I can't make cookies. What is this? Okay. Yeah, it's kind of insane that you, like, go out from, like, basically same state as first time I went, like, the first day I went to, and it's just like, you barely hear that at all. Except from, like, your own family. Like, I was thinking about that because the last time I went out there a little while ago, it was like, oh, you want some tea and coffee, like, first thing you do once you, like, once people come around. I'm just making sure that everything's fine with it. Because it shall be working. Why is it not working? What are you doing to me, cookie dough? I don't know what it's doing to me. It's the same spelling. I don't know. Might not have to worry about spelling. Oh yeah, I'm doing overtime, so it's time to start Wobbledogs. I don't know why it doesn't want to cook. Oh, now it does. I just been pressing the wrong button. That's what happened there. I need to get that fixed because that's kind of annoying. I was trying to get it all to where you could just use. I mean, I guess you still can just use one side of the keyboard, one-handed on this. I don't know, I guess you can still use one hand on this because it's something that I like, you know. It's not meant to be really hard. I thought it'd be interesting. I thought it'd be interesting to add in, like, features where you can play this one-handed. Because I had been in a position where my hand's like, I can't do anything. For God's sake. That there's days like that. I mean, that's not very good, but but that's how I've had those days where it's just like hands sore and it doesn't want to do anything, and well, no good making it do anything. If you know what I mean by that or not. And sometimes you don't have a mouse either, so sometimes it's just nice to, like, not use a mouse all the time. Actually, that's a pretty interesting one to think about. You can play that game without the mouse interfacing too much because it's basically like you got to be near it to pick it up. If I was trying to put the mouse into, like, mouse input in there, that didn't work out at all. It's just like, no, how dare you put me in there? And I'm just like, well, stop it, mouse. You're not gonna work out for me. I could probably put that in it now. I think Seems that was like probably more. I think the like new update that I'm currently on probably worked better. These Wobbledogs are still ahead of us, guys. We must form an army to beat them. I'm really talking to the dogs on my desk. Oh god, I have a problem. Oh god, you actually look really cool, Pillow. Happy Pillow. We need to hear the outer box. Hear those barks. I feel like it's come to a point where I don't want to look at how old Extra is, because that's how long I've played this for. I don't even like it to hear that fact that I've played this for 32 parts. Like, oh my god. But I guess this one isn't like, as, some of those other games that are more like, you gotta be there for the series to understand. This one's kind of like, it's a little extra bonus if you've been here for the whole time. Look, a teenager. What's he called? Damper? Yeah, I'm gonna call you Damper. I think that's your name. Just because it's not spelt. It's just not as it sounds different to what it's spelt as, okay? Pancake doesn't like being pat? Oh my god. It's like the one thing I give every dog is like one of the best pets of their lives. I feel like every time I'm I've been around a lot more, like, it's been like I used to be around a lot more like bush dogs. Oh, someone's dug a hole. Oh, good job, guys. You're gonna hide the bag in there. Just pop it up and to see it's a bit and to see it's a small little thing. But if only it was a toy. Like, imagine them trying to put this tie in on. Oh, now I want them to do that. Oh, Extra's not entertained. Oh no. You might take over the world if we don't entertain them. You want a pet, mate? You're not sleeping. Oh, it's bouncing. Yeah, excitement. Energy. Jump up and down. See? Boy, like, this doggy likes their pets. Yeah, it's always a place for games as well to be able to be played with the mouse only, especially builders. If you ever plan to like make a builder, make it so that you can like play it with the mouse and with the keyboard as well. Like if I ever make a builder, that's what I'm gonna do. Like what I mean by builders, like whenever you're building something, like prisons or cities. So I think that's what you'll do with touch as well. If you want to compromise with touch, you gotta add those like icons so you can build things. I don't know if I'll ever do like a simulation. I guess a builder. I don't know what I guess it is a city builder. Exactly what I mean. I don't know if I ever will. I guess I probably will, but I don't have like plans up in the board at the moment for one. Yeah, I feel like I just like that was a complete mix of words. At the moment, I don't have plans for one, like a city builder like one. That could be like anything from building like anything around those lines, like what fits in that genre. But I don't know, plans could change and one day maybe I do want to do one of building. Hello, Pappy. Oh god. I feel like I just did an advertisement for someone. Did I just see them with fly glass? I don't know. I can't remember the coloration to see a dog. Flying along. Oh, bird. Bird's becoming an old man. What a sad set of affairs, I guess. Or maybe it's a good set of affairs. I don't know. Extra, what do you think about old age? Oh, bird has returned. He flies in like a bird. I don't know. Oh, well, Black, you've really changed styles. You know, he was like, you know what? I'm ready for the pink. Bring it on. Invest in the pink. I mean, that's alright. If you want pink, then there's pink for you. Actually, doesn't look like a bad pink either. Pastel pink. With the dark blue ears. I like the style, mate. Oh, yellow. Yellow's a bigger dog now. Oh yeah, I probably should be having some of this tea, milk, everything that's around me. God. Whoa. No, you guys don't get to hear the tea pouring anymore. Did at one point. Do you guys didn't hear that? Oh, X just came in with a bit of dirt. It's a gift to the gods, I think. I don't know. Or a gift to himself. It's technically he is a god, depending on how you view it. Got one of my little keyboard dogs, little patches, like one for dog patches in my pocket today. Ugh. And now they're this little dogs, so all you think about them as little dogs, man. I think I will enough, actually. Whoops, I was weird. So, like, how dare you? Do like update on their little pictures on YouTube. Like I did that for a little bit. It did not last that long. That was born out of out of the loss of the computer for a long period of time. Like, oh boy. I feel like more confident with the photography a bit more with that too. Because it's mainly the main theme I was doing it with. What am I like making a little comical animation about that? But maybe I have to stick to the photos, I don't know. Oh, it's been really cool just taking the photos. Even doing some stop animation in a way. All the little dogs. Oh, it's turning them all red. If we darken that red up. Dude, you gotta eat, okay? It's important. Hopefully, I like meant to like make a meal yesterday with mushrooms in that I have in the fridge. Hopefully, they don't go off before I have them. I feel kind of sometimes it feels kind of annoying when you're cooking. Like you want to buy things so you can cook big, nice meals, but then sometimes you end up in a position where you're like, I don't know, really have the time or feel like cooking it. You know. But I guess it's there. I guess these days with the at least with the oyster mushrooms, which I get the oyster brown mushrooms, brown swift ones. I think that swift ones. I think they're called. Yeah. So I get like the white or pearl oysters. I think they are. And I got like a starting to make new like box for them, so then I can grow more. So if you got like a bucket or a pot or something that's spare hanging around that you could put holes into. And I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't know if it needs. I don't know if it leak holes make a difference or not. but I didn't have any leak holes in mine, so you don't really need. Like, what I mean by leak holes is, you know how in the bottom parts have holes in them before the water go out? I guess it's somewhat wismal. You also probably want a lid for it, and then you want to fill that up with, like, you fill that up with coffee grains, wood, loosen, like, basically chopped glass. I think it doesn't, as long as it's not, like, too many weeds in it, I think it's alright. You probably dry it off if you get it able to dry it off too. And you can fill it up with tea leaves as well. Just make sure you don't put the tea bags in there. That's what I've done for mine. And then like any like wood like sawdust. I guess sawdust. If you got sawdust hanging around, you might as well throw it in there. And like wood chips hang around, yeah, that work do the job as well. Like, I filled out mine, most of it coffee, and it did have some dirt, so I put it in there, but I think the dirt might be blocking it. Oh no, bird! And then I managed to, like, like how we just continue talking while this dude is dying. I feel really mean. But that's how I done it, though. Oh, extra's already here. Oh, hey, mate. Buddy! Time to initiate him. There you go, little buddy. What? Oh, every dog's like going for flying all of a sudden. These guys are more flyers. Yeah, it's just like, try like, I did a 5-liter bucket to start off with, which is a small bucket. Like, just do something simple, because that's enough for one person. But, make sure there's only oysters, like, if you're gonna go oysters, like, you got your holes on the side, make sure there's only oysters in there. Oh, I actually just have dinner. I'm not gonna stop Extra. Extra does what Extra wants to do. And I know what Extra truly wanted was a core. And I don't know if I should give Extra what they want. Hello, Pillow. Devour. Pillow, what is this? This is not what we're gonna be eating tonight. Oh, good, little Pillow. Finally, good. Oh, I guess you're still... Get in there, mate. Time for the dark side of this episode. Oh, Extra! Oh no, Extra, I just can't... Oh no. Here you go, Extra. This is what you desire, isn't it? We all know this is what you desire. This wouldn't even make it into the hole. There you go, Extra. We all know that Extra was trying to dig for that. I'm surprised that hasn't gone to 4 yet. Yeah, basically, like, mixing, like, the old mushrooms, and then it eventually will grow. It took a while for mine to grow. I know you do it with any mushrooms, but the reason why I chose the oysters is so that you can stack them up. Like, there's probably better ways of, like, looking up yourselves if you ever want to do that, but in a way of, like, how I wanted to make those mushrooms or grow those mushrooms were recycling waste like coffee grains, because coffee grains are pretty easy to get hands on, especially where I am. Like, there's 50 coffee shops. I probably could start a mushroom farm just on coffee grains alone. I'll use coffee grains because, well, you know, if at least half or even a quarter of the cafes around where I am just said yes to giving me some, like, yeah, you be getting a lot per day. You probably be getting a lot per day. Just in general, because they're always quite busy. That's the reason why there's 50 cafes, or probably more than actually 50, but Like, if half of them said yes, you'd be easily able to fill up buckets, because it takes time for them to go. You alright, mate? Oh. Like, are you contemplating life there or not? Are you alright, dude? You want some pets? Well, it's the bucket, so I'm gonna definitely encourage yes. Raven. Because unlike real life dogs, my dogs are stubborn. I actually probably wouldn't mind the bucket. Unless they do it all the time. Tiny. He sees us looking upon him. There you go, mate. There's all the pets. Oh, he knows how to get more pets. I was meant to knock him out of his bubble first. Pancake, release yourself. That's not how it works. Oh yeah. Oh no, I haven't quite got it yet. I had to like I got it like more on personal day, but that's probably gonna be used for food. I do need one for like paint pigment, so I can paint, so I could dye the wool black and then use it to make black yarn, black dyed yarn. Then I can make dogs with black shading. Because at the moment all I have is brown, white, and yellow, or gold and yellow specifically. I guess I can make a full golden dog. Here we go. Now we can here. End of paste. Feel kind of bad if I forget about or black because I was distracted. That's how you know when I'm yeah, more doggies. Okay, we're gonna bleed those two together now. Bleeding time. And I know I might mix them with one of these other two. Actually, just stays here. Can't tell how many of these dogs, do come from the extra line. One of them probably would do. The one that probably not. Oh god, that'd be a lot working for all these. Figure that out. Well, I could actually put symbols in their names, but no, that would never work. That would have like failed 10 years. That would have failed like episode 10 or 15. I don't know. Should have bought the tissue box here. I guess I am pooping a bit because now I can actually record a video. Last week did not went that well. Now I'm getting distracted by what box I have landed to. Seed box. I want to throw some of these back in the car and see they go. Oh, I got, what's it called? There we go. Mega roll. Seeds here as well. And then my sea beans. Yeah, that's the last one. Way better. I was like, oh, can't be. Still distracted. Oh yeah, that's the reason why they the good looking ones, because they're the good looking ones. I was like, oh, they look this, but that's the reason why, because I separated them into good and bad ones. Like, oh my god, they actually look proper good. Good seeds. Now we're getting distracted. Oh yeah, these are like... Yeah, I think last time, yes, current, like, I'm sorting out the snake bean seeds that I've grown. So I've kidnapped some of them. Well, I've kidnapped them off the ones that dry out. There wasn't very many ended up drying out, because I don't think I put that many in the garden this time. Yeah, I might mix it in some of these Gen 4s. Like, I find with the beans, they tend to produce a really good turnover. Yeah, I'll also put some of these good ones in there too, because they actually look like, look like really good seeds. I want to get some of them all. I do have like butter beans in here of some kind. I don't exactly know what kind they are, but I want to get them going a bit. We also got butter bush beans in there too, but I much prefer like to go the climbing ones. I actually don't know exactly what type of snake beans even these snake beans are. Like, don't even actually know if I ended up getting it. If not really but someone got it from a seed bank. Oh wow, they got two different pink colors. I think I might like this dude. I didn't pay attention. Yeah, these ones have got like patterns on these newer ones. These new ones I bled over time. Which I think really cool little experiment to do. Yeah, and recently they eventually started to get the pattern. I think they're called the rattlesnake beans. Like, I just recently figured out their name. I believe that's what type they were, because they had the purple patterns on the grain. They look really cool. Nice ones too. So I'm pretty sure I grew them, the snake beans, and the butter beans, and then probably one other green bean at first, and then that green bean didn't come back into it, so... And I had very limited of those other beans, so... Of the rattlesnake beans, so that's what happened. And then just happened to be, like, snake and the butter beans going together. I haven't got them, like... The snake beans haven't looked yellow yet. It's a bit like this! Haven't successfully got the word desire. Yeah, I don't even... Sorry. I need a mood for a moment. Alright, that's better now. Yeah, I don't even know if, like, the butter beans or snake beans, like... I'm pretty sure the snake beans are still pretty tall, like... They're still pretty big, like what they should be as a snake bean. But, like I'm saying, I don't know. The butter beans themselves have gotten bigger. Because the snake beans are really nice, though, since they, like... produce so many seeds. And soon it's coming up to... I guess I probably should put some in soon now, actually. Although, why don't I be looking someone else? They've filled up the space. Ideal space for them. But I might put more in the back there, because it seems like I take up more space. The last ones died off from a disease. Oh no, with disease, they just die off a bit. Actually, I think they mainly die off just from the cold. Like, it got too cold for them. But I'm pretty sure, like, all the vibes they got are more, like, for the heat. God, how long are we on here? 15 generations. Sleepy boy! It's alright, mate. You'll get those moments where we all feel sleepy. Oh yeah, I've been going off down in the market this morning in, in like tomorrow morning. They're really cool to do. Oh, it is being really cool to do that. Yeah, that's been worthwhile, like, adventure is going down to the local farmers markets. I recently changed that up a bit, a lot too, for some reason. Like, still like a farmers market, but I've been inviting a bunch of other people in as well and adding more music into it. Got that bad. Yeah, I want to try to grow. I did try to grow some strawberries, which strawberries are really hard to grow. But I do want to try growing them again. Oh yeah, I got these. I just picked out these snake and butterbean hybrids by the look of the bean shape. So they're basically the shape of the butterbean, but the patterns of the snake bean, but darker. How you all doing out here? They're trying to have a conversation. I'm just interacting. So I might throw them in there too. Yeah, I might throw a lot of beans in there. Because I didn't throw that much in there. Oh, there's on those two dogs. I was like, oh, there's only one. Yeah, I might throw a lot of beans in there soon because might as well, throw a lot of them in there. And see if some of these other ones do go. Like, it'd be really cool one day just to get someone who can, like, analyze them. Just to see what has happened to them over time. So I'm worried that recently I was trying to get I think got the butter beans going off on the line. But I haven't got very much return on them with the next problem or that. Yeah, I only got like 4 in return. So I'll check 3 of them in there, keep one. Yeah, no, I don't like how this last harvest like turned out with the beans. I don't like the look of them. I might put them in the bag and then mix up some other beans and put all bits of beans in there. Like it's just more, like I said, like last generation back in there. I might put some of the bush bean mix in there too. Oh, finally. I thought we were going for ages there. 23 generations. So we kidnapped some of the marigold seeds while they were dying off as well. Like from the last like spring. Or I guess summer or autumn, whatever the heck it was in. So I thought I might as well make my own collection. It was like like old lady hanging around with the collection last time. I don't know, I haven't seen them in a while. They could be bad and different, but I don't think they were like, when I say old, I don't mean like proper old. I still mean like, alright. My idea of like old is still a bit warm. I'm still like young, I guess. The best way you say it. Like they weren't like they're proper like still like just getting up and like older years, but not like proper old. Like it was still doing everything by themselves. This is not getting nicer. Yeah, they're like older, but not like more old. Like they'd probably be, I don't know. Like if they had kids, they'd probably be older than me. I guess that's the best way of saying it. Cabbage. I don't know. This is not. I don't feel like going down the gutter of insane stuff. I feel like I've not. I feel like I'm in a hole. Ugh. Oh yeah, they're more like the colorations. I just picked up you know how I said there's like those ones with darker versions. I picked up the lighter versions of those. The body of the butterbean and you scared dog nose, poor dude. And the colorations of the snake beans. But even still then the snake beans aren't like these snake beans are like patterned with darker brown stripes. Like the original snake beans aren't like well, I guess yeah. This should work alright, because one generation back here has got whoa. Doesn't look the best. But they're darker too. General. It's kind of odd they all turn light in that way, they're all meant to be dark. But they might have turned dark on the butterbeans. See, the butterbeans are black. If I haven't mentioned that yet. I got like beans here that are the same size as the original snake beans, but they aren't like they're still the same shape and still the same pattern, so oh wow, you're using the green blue? Changing up black, are you boy? Pilow's still a small dog. I didn't realize how small Pillow is. I guess I'm too used to the big dogs. Oh. X just looking after a child. Oh no. I don't know if I trust X to do that kind of job. Yeah, that's Generation 3 if I look at it. Yeah, that has that type of bean in it. And some of them have gone off because they didn't look after them properly. That was when I didn't know what I was doing. Situation. Oh, wait, back then. What's this one here? 2. Generation 2. I think Generation 2 a bit better. That's the way to play. They tend to be more the true shape. Oh, Generation 3 is in there. A baby Generation 3 is in there too. And then here's a bunch of other beans. I might as well put those beans back in the ground. Some of these. Yeah, I'm distracted. Even this one, I think this is probably the first generation I'm looking at currently. Like, I didn't do that very well either. Oh, over the time, yeah, I never really got to save much of the butter beans. Kind of sad. I'm gonna have to put some more of these Generation 2 on the ground of the snake beans. Let me get them out because there's so many there. Must have separated generation. Wait for a minute. Oh, I miscounted one of the other. Oh, I might have miscounted at one point. Yeah, Generation 3, I'm on the lowest amounts. Oddly enough. I guess actually Generation 3 also has these. The first one with these large amount of mixed beans. Yeah, I might put a large amount there. I still have like some of the like There's a jar of butter beans. Still got them hanging around so I can trap them in the ground. What's me probably not? Not like I've just been looking at screen talking about beans. Yep. I'm distracted. He's just like, no, I don't want banana. Man, you gotta eat some butt. Oh, there's extra. We can see extra adventures, actually. Extra will entertain you while I talk about beans. Or not, I don't know. There we go. Oh, I still don't have very many left in that packet. Oddly enough. Oh, one broken. Oh, that sucks. I thought I had more left in that packet. I guess I got a lot from Generation 1. I was looking at a website this morning where a website where they have like a seed bank of some of the more rare seeds. Finding it, what the hell? Happened there extra? Who did that to you? These drop beans. Oh. Apparently had other drop beans in it. It's actually I find inside the weed. After all these years. Banjo. That's what type of drop beans they are. Pickies. I don't think they're the climbing ones. Oh no, wallet! What? What's my man? Oh, here's all the pats, mate. Oh, I was reading that and I was like, why do people like, I don't know, it's like a whole big thing around like, I'm not making a business that I'm not really fussed about, you know. There's a thing about this where you got to be careful if you're making a business. As soon as I'm this freelance, well, not freelance, but just growing beans in the garden for the fun of it. I think that it affects me, but I don't know why people just like. So some people are so against this, you know, recycling the seeds that you get where they go on the plant. Like it's so cool. Doing it, especially with the snake beans, I find that they're some of the most easiest ones to recycle for. Someone was talking about getting me a job at a nursery, and I'm just like, oh boy. I joked to somebody one day I have to convince someone to put a macadamia tree in somewhere that's like useful. Like if someone wanted to make a community garden, I gotta see if I can convince someone to put a tree in that or something. In personal opinion, I mean, it's pretty good for you if you end up making money as a small farmer or a large farmer. But most of the time, I do feel like farming is like shouldn't be like within the wheels of capitalism as much as it is because you can't like properly farm to when like my family was in farming and practically I feel like they didn't farm many things that they want to farm. Like a lot of time when you farm, you have to farm like the things that are in demand rather than farming what you want to farm as much. You know, like ideally you think farming, you're like, oh, they go stuff in the sell, but they have to go the common stuff to sell it. Ah, what? They can't just go anything and sell it, you know? I mean, you can if you have your own little market. So, but to be honest, farmers markets, dudes, are probably going really well. And it's pretty interesting too with that logic as well. That lately, especially these days, even with like high inflation and high prices, if I go down to the farmers market and I wanted to get something that's not as common too, like when I go down to there, that's more likely to be cheaper than the common thing. These days, it tends to be like that. Like, I don't know about you guys around the world, but there's one point around me where sweet potato was cheaper than normal potato because like a whole thing was going with potatoes. Like that is kind of insane to think about. Like all your sweet potato cooking started now was basically it. Like sweet potato was cheapest you've ever seen. It was like one of the cheapest things you got on the shelves when it comes to potato. Still is pretty cheap at the moment when it comes to potatoes. I feel they were cheaper than the normal potatoes you usually have. You know, I gotta get small bags. Put away these other beans and then mix them together. I have to get these smaller beans to put small packets of beans and we have like 6 at the most. 7? Yeah, 7 at the most packets. I think I did take some of them and 10 so we got them. So I should have some more. I might actually have more not snake beans, butter beans on the way. Well, I think it depends if anyone takes them too. They got really cool patterns. Yeah, I like how they were telling me, oh, nothing grows in the beans do. They were first telling me. Like, one of these must be stuff my must have made me like allergic reaction. Probably could have been the mangoes. Well, don't really need the allergic reaction go off. Or the beans. I'll admit that. Because I don't really eat them. I just grow them. Yeah, there was like some plants like that you want to go. Yeah, I think it might have been the mangoes. Mangoes. Yep. Yeah, I might go all them in there. And there's some fresh new beans. Ah, off the block. I like how Wallace is gonna stand here. Well, have you been? I hope that didn't mean he starved. I'm pretty sure he was getting out at one point. So. Oh, look at that yellow! It's all yours. A joy. Well, I don't know where that lag came from. Buddy, get down there. Time for you to do grown-up things. Oh, default though. Speedy! Time to make yourself speedy in for the tunnels. Come on, little bugger. You must be initiated. You must join them all. Sometimes they go for errors with her, you know, a little more rebellious. Come on, Edie. I mean, speedy. Oh god, this is so mean. Come on, little bugger. Eat the goods. Good, little bugger. Now you're being initiated. That's all you need to do. My Tiny's about to die as well. I guess you can have that. Extra's not here to eat this, so we can put her away. I'm not gonna force the little puppy to eat anything more. All he has to do is eat it once. That's all it was. Just once. It's still butterbeans. Maybe, yeah, what? I'm dyslexic, getting confused. Yeah, they're still basic butterbeans, the ones I did before. There's also, sadly not where I'm ordering my white cherries from. I gotta pay for that. Finish that card off. But there was, like, I did see on the new website this morning that I find there was white, butter beans. This isn't the first time I've seen white, the Australian butter beans. I might get this new generation for 5 or something. I'm trying to tell that one's 5 or 4. Pretty great, isn't it? Yeah. Oh yeah, I did like try to go like seedlings last year, but that was like a whole disaster. After a disaster, so trying to go them the first time, they got flooded out. Second time, they didn't appear, and I'm pretty sure the sun on the balcony murdered them. It got really hot where they were, I think. What happened there? So there's like whole roller coaster of things happened. Like the ugly, they got drowned. My poor boys. And I would not be surprised if strawberries stuck in the garden. But I don't think they will. Okay, extra. Time to give you immortal drugs. I mean, immortal things. That's being outbled. No good. If you see that though, this is like my favorite. It's gone. Gone the extra. Extra knows a trick too. Good extra. Look at it, so glim. I probably should wash the hands while daily touching a bit off touching the seeds. Whoops. Nailed him what? Nailed him all right. Go, pull you. That'll be a roller coaster. I was meant to bleed them one more time. With somebody. I guess we do these two again. I don't have anything I'm really eating here, so it should be fine. And the other stuff. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's pretty bad little seeds I got in it too. I also got corn in there, but I haven't really gone corn down at the garden because it's like a, you know, small scale thing. Tends to be more. Actually, I might get these 2 small dogs. Like, when I think of corn, it's always more small scale. I feel like I guess I could put a lot down there, but it's like one time. New climbing gear for the snake beans at least. Or for the mains. They really like their climbing gear. No matter what it is. I put a plant in the corner and getting in new climbing gear from another plant that's climbing. I have to make sure that keeps off in there because that should for the blueberry lilies should eventually grow berries this time. Oh, this spring. Maybe early, I might get lucky. It's still technically winter at this time, yeah, late winter. The wattles have started to bloom. Time period. Maybe the finger limes. Sunflowers. No, I like how the orange coming in. Oh, I like that word. There you go, mate. You charm me with your charms. I'll keep you two. I'll knock you and you. Not about you. Yeah, now I'm focused on the one thing I want time now. I want to look for those seeds and see what else I throw in there. Fling. I also want to try growing seedlings again. Hopefully now a cyclone will come along and drown them. Oh, I don't think that was a cyclone. I think that was practically a cyclone. Oh god. That gives you an idea how bad the rain got at that period of time that I call it a cyclone. Rain. I don't know if it was a cyclone or not. But it was pretty bad rains. At the end of last year. I did try to go like another type of yellow, but I think that's the cold variety, which never went very well here. For some reason I got wear the flowers in here. Got other type of fine ones, so like a modification. Also got chamomile. Oh, there's general butter beans. Yeah, I think these might have been first. General green butter beans. Yeah, these I'm pretty sure these purple lake oh no I got here. Oh, blue lake, I mean. I don't know why I called them purple lake. Because I did that, didn't I? You know that one time you look at something and you're like, holy shit, this makes sense? Yeah, I can figure out where the brown coloration comes from now. So these other beans here which start with E. Brown colored bean when dried. Just like the snake beans are when they're in a darker coloration. Like, oh my god, that's kind of like a valley. Like, have these things actually mixed more than I thought they have? That's pretty interesting. Like, what? That's been insane if that is that actually what happened. Because the current like butter beans I have in the garden are growing purple, a light shade of purple patterns on them. From them being mixed. Not too fussed about like quality control when it comes to them too much. That's the reason why I don't really care. Well, I want them to start mixing because, well, it's my own little experiment. And whoever wants to eat them can eat them. Especially seeing they're like, that's how they're meant to go. I'm surprised these dogs haven't ended up with less legs. Mommy, how fun it's been. I'm still on 14 generations, God. Ugh. That's gonna be really hard to actually know how much of the butter beans went into them now. These ones must have really mixed. So I did remember having like the green beans in there, like without the patterns. The pattern ones came along. Oh no! Oh my god, pancake! Pancake! You're on top of something! Don't stab yourself, pancake. What are you doing, mate? Get in the hole so you can be around food. So you can remember food exists. If that's what you need help with. One of you just dedicate each head to do a job. Like one's for eating, one's for drinking. I don't know. Would you do that or not? That's how I feel like with the dogs at the moment. They're common commercial ones, but those ones that looks like a lot like some of the bands. Oh, there's the. Oh, miles an hour. Red tomatoes. I wanted to go like the tomatoes, but the tomatoes. These are Australian red tomatoes. These seeds are. I only got two left. Hidden seeds. Advertising a product now. But the problem happened then. It's kind of sad that these red tomato Australian red tomatoes come from like a seed library that don't have in like Queensland. I mean, there probably is some up north actually, but like this was basically from the one of the mill library. Oh, Tiny! I didn't pay attention. Tiny has fallen. Okay, time to start the ritual in a moment. Still getting distracted. Yeah, these ones are the cold variety. So I'm gonna end up with the heat variety, I believe. I'm not going them in the winter. Yeah, and I should have done the this winter if I remembered. Oh well. They would have gone in the garden. Probably if I chucked them in there. Not that old, so they'll be able to do next year's. Oh, extra's fine, the body. You should have seen this all coming. Get in there, yellow. Oh, Beatty, get down there. I guess I'll call you Spike. Welcome in the gang, mate. Time for you to be initiated. Oh, yes, I'm not gonna stop Speedy. I said that before. Extra's really hungry these days. All this episode's to say. There we go. Puppy. You must continue eating the head. Eat the head, mate. This is like, no! I gotta drink my chocolate milk. I can't remember what I said. Oh, that's poison. It's really hard to tell when it goes sour. But it should still be alright. Oh, damn it. You're lucky, Spike. Oh, extras like this is all mine. Eat the dog leg. No. Bad. Oh my god, this bulldog. This has been lucky. Oh, good little doggy. Finally last. It's coming. Extra's like, this is mine. Back off on my meal, little puppy. That's basically what Extra looked like he's doing. Oh yeah, Meatball's an adult. We haven't played Meatball yet, haven't we? I don't know. Hands after touching the seeds. Okay, I think I'm bending my bin over here. I've been doing that. Yep, it's an oval shape now. That's helpful. It used to be round, but now it's an oval shape. I have to say that if it ever gets pointed out. Sometimes it's a nice footwear, so that. Extras. We can export. I have 1,819 minutes old. How many hours does that translate to? I will translate the hours. $30 hours. Oh, we played for at least 30 hours. We've been at this for more than a day. Well, Julie. To the amount of how much we played of this game. Oh wow, he seems to keep him lighter. He's got some heads. Oh god, well I guess that's it's less crowded up there now. He's probably like, oh thank god. Now you can assign every head to a single job. I've still got that idea in my mind. Ah, little Speedy. Time to become a much more bigger dog after all we've given you food. Enjoy it. Pillow, here you go. Pillow has become an adult for this episode. That's usually how it goes. Pillow was once a young little doggy. Now he will soon be an old man. Life just goes so fast, doesn't it? Boom. I got some of these little old seeds as well. Thinking about. I don't know if they will ever like go anything or not, but I want to get some spinach going, but I'm pretty sure that didn't glow at all. I'm not putting it down there. I'll try it again later. I don't know if it was too not forward at all. I've still got more on there. I might actually, start setting up, like I said before, like a seed growing system. I really want to get. The reason why I want to set up a seed growing system mainly for the white strawberries. I'll be right back. I'm gonna wash my hands. What the wild little rascal's been up to? Mate, have you been feeding yourself? Oh, good, he has been. Oh, bloody nailed! Watch out, bloody full of black, man. He's a big boy. Oh, now Pele's is getting bashed by the ground team, by the bag thing. I don't know what exactly it's called. Put this in on this, I'm not tempted. I do need to get more bags for these seeds. You have to go in order. Those white strawberry seeds. Hopefully they're still in stock. A lot of places are getting like out of stock on them. And they're a pretty like good achievement if I can get strawberries up. Like there's some of the apparently like some of the hardest seeds to get up. Or hardest out of the common seeds. So I might actually go get some like proper stuff for it, like proper dirt. I was thinking about doing. You what, mate? Oh, those legs and you can't get out of the corner. That's kind of sad. Oh, Pillow's here. Pillow's now an adult. Beard, they got Pillow. Pillow was young child, long doggy, and now they're an adult. God, I feel like old grandpa or that person, the family friend you haven't seen in a long time, being like, holy shit, you're old. You're old and grey now, man. That's how they act like, you know? You guys get what I mean by that or not? All that whatever that you haven't seen in years. Oh yeah, if I wasn't there was like a recent like funeral I could have went to see some where these and like so like where we were gonna stay, those people were sick with COVID sadly with the seat one. And we had the cold run for our household, so that was so nice. Because we don't want to be near them because they get like a lot of them have like operations and up and like when did you go like something like that. So you definitely don't want to be around them with being sick type of situation. Yeah, we're seeing Bob with some of them as well. It was like someone else's like relatives, like you know who they married or something like that. Parents or something like that I think happened there. I don't know for sure. But you know, I wasn't I don't know. I was gonna go like with my parents things like once. Got close, huh? But we couldn't end up going for that because like I said, everybody Manny's dog was sick. Don't know what like one of my parents like brought home this bloody goddamn cold and ended up infecting infecting everybody in the household in like 2 days or a couple of days apart. Like, oh my god. And it's like lasted more than a week by now, so it's been pretty great, to be honest. Like, what the hell, they been? It's basically what it is. It's like, it's being a it's just basic annoyingly cold. My doctor is not anything worse. Let me get a little bit better. Days. My nose is not most like I think last time last episode was bad. Like nose was really dripping. Oh, it was I think last one, yeah. Out everywhere, okay? Last one was bad. So people dug in little patches. Valley patch cannot entertain us all. No one sees patch. I don't have a camera patch. I can't afford one. Well, I don't actually want one yet. You know, I'm not like I don't know what I'm gonna do about the camera. Do I get a face cam or not? Like I don't at the moment. I don't want to put the expense to, but I don't know. You know, if let's say I ever get like or turn back on it, I don't know if I ever want a face cam. You know. Maybe one is needed, maybe one's not. I don't know, you know? But that is for future me to figure out. Future decision. Maybe one will come along and maybe one wouldn't. I don't know. Oh, I like how one time my sister like watched one of these videos and she's seeing like that little toy dog you have and she's like, what the hell you doing to that dog? in all the food, and I'm just like, well, Ash just not a real doggy. That's what I was like. I was like, what? Dogs can feed someone. Dogs done a good job, I guess. It's kind of probably what they wanted to do. The idea behind the dog was so it looks like a proper wheel dog. They just wanted to be a wheel dog. I guess it was a wheel dog in someone's eyes, in many others' eyes too. So it's been successful. But it's always been a wheel dog. Might have not been like every other dog, but it was always a wheel dog. Already. Because in someone else's mind, in everybody's mind, someone else's mind, it is a wheel dog. So it has to be a wheel dog. That's a bit of precisely on ya. I can't even say the word. Oh, the house! Oh! There you go. I'll go rest in the milk, so that's not gonna be bad for you. Though I think this tea might have gone cold. Seen that coming. Oh no, this one doesn't taste bad cold. The strange like this black tea that's gone, specifically, if you're curious. Have to lower it down before putting more tea in it so it doesn't make the other stuff cold. I had one at one point. They call it the Canberra. But this is in like the capital city of Australia, and it's like it's like favouring to the tea. It was really nice. There's still got something around. I mean, I'm less tolerable of it, but at one point it's like, you know, my favourite tea for the time. I'll probably be able to like tolerate a bit more now, since I've gone off it a bit. And they also got the Sydney breakfast one, which was two, which is more of a stronger black tea. But that one was really interesting. Like, it wouldn't be the one you want to have like all the time, is what I'm trying to say with that. But the times I did have it was pretty good. Like, if you don't mind trying, like, it was basically because Kim was where like probably where the war memorial was, so it's probably put the Anzac biscuits in there as well. Type of taste, and it worked out pretty well. That's a better wording. But I have like I don't know. LA will be a solid little sweetener tea or not. It's like a black tea combined with where's maple. Maple, 8. Good maple, okay? Mate, you're gonna eat something. Yeah, it's been like really nice. Be to have, it's really cool and interesting. It's different than the one I'm currently drinking, but it's very interesting that they did went off and make a tea like that because it's so cool. Sadly, the Brisbane one is not like in my favorable like range of taste. And the same with the Melbourne breakfast one. I had more. I'm not a big fan of like black tea and vanilla together. Oh no, I guess that's counting too. It seems. I guess only the wattle tea that I brought is only tea I ever like with vanilla in it. Pretty interesting. Oh, just yeah, finally at last it goes out 2 woods. I made chillers like 2 days ago. I was trying to make them for lunch, and then yeah, that never happened. And I had like for breakfast for the last 2 days because I had leftovers. They've been really cool. They're like bite size, so they weren't not as big as these, and covered in too much sugar. And they were also like instead of like deep fried, they were cooked in the air fryer. That's been air fryer chewers has been really good. Working out well for me. Oh, extras in the middle of all this. So I've been like following the chewer recipe until it gets to the cooking method, and I've just been putting them in the air fryer. I think it was basically the same method. Might have been one specifically for the air fryer. I don't know for sure. Actually, memory. It's a bit rough sometimes. Oh, here you go, extra. X is like, I'm gonna feed. By the master. Buddy. Oh yeah, Buddy is turned white. When did he turn white? Oh, he keeps using heads. Oh god. He mustn't like the heads. Oh god, if you're unlike if he doesn't, you know, they must have a head vote, and if you're the least liked head, you must get the boot. That must be what's going on there. Eventually, there's only gonna be one. You better look out, one of your heads. I know he's adult now. There's only 2 left now. Only 2 heads remain out of the 5. Is that all the adults in the room? I think so. I've kind of lost track who I've bled and haven't bled yet. That's great. Don't mind look at you, mate. You look cool too. Which one do I wanna? I wanna do you. I know, I kind of like you. Alright, we go with you guys. Falling in. Roll back tea. Let's go with that. It's a very interesting choice. Let's go with that. Let's go, guys. Seems like he wants to keep how many heads his parent and one of his parents have is 2. He's only a 2-headed dog, and that's it by all of it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to order those seeds. I want to order them. I want to try to go buy strawberry seeds. It really costs that much anyway. Yeah, I'm trying to convince myself to get them. We haven't figured that one out yet. I don't know, I just really want to go the white strawberries. Because I wanted to go strawberries, but, you know, I might as well try growing the white strawberries, and then I can just grow the red strawberries if all else fails. I did want to go another red barley, but the problem is they might cost the red and white. But you know what I said that? I'm the farmer and they're gonna cost anyway, so and it makes them more special, I guess. I'm gonna have to put a net over them so they're protected. I'm gonna try to keep them separated, but if they wanna bleed together, well then I'm not gonna stop them, you know. I might actually put some. If I go multiple, end up going a lot, I might put them together so to see what happens when they are near each other, and then I might put some separated from each other from the other side. Then it's highly likely to have less of a problem. I need to remember to do that tomorrow while oh no, black. While I can access the garage from the car being moved. Get those pots that I want to use for growing seeds in them. Trying to initiate another Papo. Puppy. Actually, I don't know how to spell that fully. I think it's U-P... Well, not that in there. Puppy. But those patches want one to be called after them. I don't know. Patches like... Woo! I'm in the road. Puppy! Puppy, puppy! Did I spell right? There's a puppy, puppy. Here you go. Initiate. Be initiated. Find your joy, a lovely meal. Good, little bug, it's good. There you go, mate. Oh, he's blue! Oh, he's still blue. I thought he turned more blue. He's turning to darker pink. That's what's tricking me. That's just by Speed hasn't gone for more changes. Speed is a teenager. He's already in rock and roll. He might start a band. Don't know what he's gonna do now. There's a lot of things that, you know, if someone like gave me the tools, I probably could learn a lot of things. If school taught me something, it's that, you know, if you had the skills and opportunity, you can learn a lot more than what you have done already. Buddy, you're right. He's got himself in a particular position here. He's a bit too long. You go, dude? There you go. See, how did he... This dog at one point, how did he got all the way up here? Did we just have two? No, at one point the dog used to be there. It probably was here, and then it went there. Because the time I was talking about when they watched it, when my sister watched it was back in there, I think. And that's all the mess. All in this one right here. No, I think there was another green one. It's pretty interesting. I really realized that. Hello, and who else? Maybe you? Deva? These two. Maybe. I don't know. The next goal is to get to 200 now. Let's see if we can do that. Made it 150. That was actually pretty cool. Take it all the way up there. Running away from my Hippo's running away from me. There we go. The fact that, yeah, I gotta like sit back and be like, the fact that a decent amount of people still watch this series is like insane. Like, I gotta remember that time I compared this to another series, because this series has been going on for ages. This ages by my standards. We've been going on for more than a day worth of time. And 6 hours. Ugh. So we're gonna be there by the time before we even get to 60. Probably about mid 50s to high 50s. That's probably when we're gonna be. 2 days worth in total hours of this of being on this game. Playing this game. Weird say. These little buggers. We go for these. I need to like burn my nose after I've done this. Like, Still the point where it's annoying. I still got the attitude. Oh, these dudes got small heads. These got big heads. Giving them more worm they are. The smaller the heads, more worm they have, you know? Oh. I was trying to like watch a show this morning, and like for some reason the streaming service is like, nope, can't do that. Like twice. I don't think it was much for Nintendo problem. It's just like, nope, can't watch that show. How dare you? I have to watch that somewhere sooner or later. Whoa, you have a very interesting tone that I designed. They're getting dark, I just realized too. You too. Alright. Still a very light boy, but that would do the job. I can't complain about the outcome of the experiment. Gotta be rude. Doggy wants to be what dog wants to be, you know? I can't put too many expectations on them. You're white, Maple. I'm just asking, mate. Is this like too many heads? If you gotta be honest with me, mate. Okay, let's go yellow and let's go for you, yellow buddy. I think all of them are bled now. The current adults. Oh my god, I wouldn't like that. I think I like keeping the buddy look. If I'm totally honest. I'm gonna go for YouTube now, so I can change the ear colors. Oh, he's orange. That's interesting. I really like that orange there, that real pastel orange that we had picked last time. No, just the look of the effect of it. Just that effect of that orange, it's so cool. It looks like very artificial, like candle or something, or artificial light. Something about this looks really cool. Like, you know, if you were, depending on your art style, if you would draw in like a light, that'll probably be very similar to what it is. Same with this color as well. Depends on how like artificially like your art style is, or how cartoony even is too, and how realistic it is as well. I guess the art style does depend on that too. This thinking say what's outside. I want to eventually do fancy word art for it, like the proper fancy art for it. But I think at first I'm just gonna go simple, get it out there, so current people who do know about it can, you know, the people out there on the channel can wish list it and all that. I think I might want to get it like that. I don't know. Maybe that's the best path to go, maybe it's not. You know, that's for me to get later, probably. Or me to be like, yeah, I'm glad I took that. Because I don't know, ideally I want to get like fancy words. You know how a lot of time when you have your theme games or any game, they have like fancy words? I want to do that for like what's outside. And many minor games too. And have cool fancy background as well to go with it. But I might just go with the plain old letters for start off with. And then put on and then do some art myself on the fancy words. So I have to have something that suits into it, and I don't know. Or maybe I just skip to the fancy words. I don't know. I want to do more work on it actually soon. I haven't done much work on like the Steam page like. God, I don't want to destroy those calls because either they go the extra or they go into the vault. Yeah, I want to do like more work on it so then you'd be able to get it up soon. But I haven't done much. Like I said, I haven't done much work on it because I've been thinking about the art style for that. You know, I not that long ago. Oh, Meeple. Early for this week, like someone like was pretty rude to me earlier this week about that kind of work. And yesterday, I started to play What's Outside, and I'm just like, what? I want to do more work on it because I don't care about what that other person says. I want to like do more work onto it and all that. And I did do a lot more work on it. I really got a lot of stuff fixed up and everything. I tried to fix up some of the color bugs in there. That's from the new version and also been there for ages. And I also fix up some of the words I got changed to something that even looks nicer than the old version. And I've done some stuff to the background as well. I need to show you guys a video of that. Which would be really good. You right there, Val? Oh, there's your snack. Videos. Yeah. I'm gonna keep on going until I can at least get the demo build on there, maybe. Not as well. Hopefully get it out. Because I just set it to coming soon to be like the fourth quarter. The year that is like December and November and all that. Like, I want it out before the end of the year. At least the next version will be out. That's what I want to do. Oh, I should have played some before, didn't put them in there. Oh. So now need all the coconuts. Oh, multitasking. Sleepy times now. He's like a lot like the corgi, but you know, he's like sitting very different. You know how the corgis like lay out their legs like similar to this? Like, he's basically like his own corgi style, you know? His own style sitting. That dogs can't mimic. Oh my god. Speedy, what are you doing hogging all the eggs? He's babysitting. I thought that's the last thing rebellious teenagers want to do. Actually, with Speedy's not. Speedy's a good boy. That's a bit weird to, like, say that every teenager is, like, rebellious. Like, what? Don't get me wrong, I was a white teen, and some were more assholes than others, but some were like, yeah, nah. I think it's a whole big thing. I don't know. Yeah, we're not gonna bloody have jugs and party all night and day as much as the old generation, which is proof for that as well. For older generations. I mean, they might still party, but you know, they aren't gonna get high and junk it. I guess these days maybe some of the younger ones will, because, you know, the other bullshit that comes around. Like, I think, like, puffing or, you know, believing in anything, I think is just bad overall. You just don't want to believe in anything. Except for, like, air and oxygen and all that. But you kind of get what I mean. You just don't want to believe in, like, any type of foreign gas that is not meant to be in your body. I think that is the worst way to have any of the, you know, what I'm talking about. Because I feel like, yeah, I can understand why alternative methods to that is better than leaving it in. Because I feel like leaving it in is probably one of the worst ways you could be taking that kind of stuff. Because you still, like, caffeine is a thing as well. I'm talking about that if you can't and even caffeine is, like, you don't have caffeine anyways to pull in a drink, so yeah. Like you don't see, like, any other type of, like, methods to take. Like, you don't see any, like, stuff you get really from the pharmacy taking in any other type of way like that either. Meatball, no! That's a sad end to the episode. Meatball struggled with all the heads. Pancake had all the heads too. You never like being pat. Oh well. Mate, you what? Get that paw slide. That won't hurt. But you kind of get what I mean. Is that I feel like that's the worst way to take that kind of stuff. But then when you're taking, like, I like that. I'll say it again. Alcohol. It's not like you're leaving it in. If you do leave it in, I'm worried about you. I don't know what it's about. Phone is being annoying. You should have turned off phone. Doggies. Okay, definitely should turn off phone. Naughty phone. Phone. Naughty phone. Naughty phone's telling me things that I have no idea about. Yeah, I feel like that is the worst way to have stuff. But it's kind of annoying that they're taking like a whole back in the whole generation. Like, you probably would have got rid of that problem. I wonder if there's gonna be like a gap where all of them like, older than the older part of generation. Like, I don't know, is there gonna be like gap or part of where the younger generations is gonna look as old as the older generation? If you know what I mean? But I think that'll be it for today. So I hope you enjoy. Don't be like that. And get excited for more game development and more Wobbledogs for the next bit of time. When we play it next week. And more other type of games too I play as well, if you have not watched the other type of games. So I hope you enjoy. I'm Redcollarwolf. Now out. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. And I'll see you next time.